All right. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a sunny, humid day again. It's 25 Celsius, but feels like 29, which means that 76 Fahrenheit, but feels like 84. At least today it's clear. We don't have smoke, so I could actually be outside and playing. Hello, Belinda. Nice to see you. Um, I could be outside playing, but the humidity is not my friend. We've got so many mosquitoes too. And I contributed so much blood yesterday picking beans. That's it. Jean's here today. We
Hello,
are going to
everyone.
be playing experiments.
Today is 92 degrees already,
Whoa.
and it's not noon.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hi, Anne. Awesome. Okay, so since Anne and Belinda are here, I need somebody to pick a number between 1 and 7. These are the little journals that I have started. You know how I'm going to be giving out a journal once a month. So I need you guys to help me decide which one I'm working on. I need a number between 1 and 7, guys. And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. All right. That's the one I'm going to be working in this month when we're doing whatever it is that we're doing. So I will add a dog's face to this from the other day, and whatever we're playing with today will also get added. These little journals, when I'm cleaning up my desk and stuff, I just throw stuff in there for no apparent reason and play.
You're off you're off the screen, hon.
I'm off the screen. Okay. Anyway, it's just a little journal. This is the one we're going to be doing. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you. This is the journal we're working on this month. So today we're experimenting. Jean has.
I just bought these because I seen somebody do some doodles with them, and I thought, oh, and I heard the price was good, so I went, I looked, and it was 50, and they're made for black paper, and it was $20.
Can't complain about that, guys.
So, but then I did have to go buy black tablet, but they were on sale, so that helped. So I think this is a big step for me because if you've watched me doodle, I pretty much doodle in black and white. But I'm going to give this one a try because it looked really cool on the video I seen. But I did open these already, and I got to show this because this is really cool, and I don't want to ruin it, but I want to take it apart because I think this would be an amazing product to make yourself for your pencils. See how they're in their little cases? Look at this. Are you ready?
Ooh.
So there's, and you know, if you got a little anal retentive, when you pull out a pencil, you can still keep them in the color order.
Good idea.
Yeah, I really think this is super cool. I don't know. I mean, nothing is glued, or so it looks. I did realize how it comes apart. Right here. Yeah. So it could, you know. Like
Ooh. So much fun, guys. Yes, Belinda. Experimenting means rabbit hole day. It does.
I love your theme, fabulous or flop. I think that's.
Well, I came across a paper. I have no idea where the heck I put it because I was looking for it to show you guys. But it was a technique I had done, I don't even know how many years ago, and it was really, really cool. So I'm going to see if I can recreate it today.
Do you
What I
remember
kind of
what you
remember
did?
from what it looked like when I found it. So I'm going to be putting the stool up here and using my faux jelly plate thing, right? The plastic bag with stuff inside, and playing with paint and various things. I've got cookie cutters, I've got a brush, I've got strange things. And I've got a piece of bicycle tire that Ron had gave me, and I've got paint on it. Yeah, think I could find any paper that actually had used this as a stamp? No, no. So we're going to try this again too. You know,
I think that's a good idea for Fridays is find something we've already done or something we've never done and do it, even if it's not the same things.
yeah,
Then they're getting, I know there's no money involved, but they're getting double their stuff for the money, you know?
yeah, exactly. The other thing, I mean, Barbara was lovely enough to send me all those videos that Miriam and stuff have done on making the paper lace. Well, I've done that in the past, like way, way back. And I know a lot of people are going to be playing with that and doing that. I don't want to be kind of repetitive either, right?
Paper lace.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know.
Oh, that's where you put your tissue paper down and they make a slurry out of cornstarch and water. Some people cook it and some people do not cook it. If you don't cook it, it's not as strong. So then they brush it on like the tissue paper. Then they put layers of string, thread, whatever across. I've used thread, I've used crochet cotton. I've done it in like swirlies, not necessarily the grid pattern that everybody else has been doing. And you make sure that you kind of run them through that cornstarch slurry. I've also used flour, right? Because it's kind of like my papier mâché paste. So, one part of the dry to 8 parts of the wet, cook it, whatever, cool it. You know how it goes. We've done it. So, and then you put another piece of paper on top and you brush it again, and then you let it dry.
Oh, I've never tried that.
Oh, it's very
You found something I haven't done.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, they come back and they're new. But I mean, I've done that. And Jean, it gives such a great effect. Like if you use a napkin or something. So afterwards, once it's dry, you poke out the centers between the papers, and that's what performs the lace. So you can either cut it and it'll have a sharp edge, or you tear it.
Oh.
And so Barbara had sent me a couple of links for the lady to watch how she did it. And Miriam played with it, and I'm not sure who else has played with it recently, but yeah.
Wow. Guess who's going to have cornstarch on their grocery list?
Well, the cornstarch, see, when they cooked it, though, it was still white. And usually if I do cornstarch, it makes the sauce clear, right? So anyway, I found it a little bit confusing. But like I say, I've used flour because I've done the cooked paste for flour, and I've done cooked paste for other things. So you just swap out with the cornstarch. Teresa's asking if those are pencils or markers, Jean.
They are pencils, and they do work on white paper. I tried it. Well, actually, I used the yellow on white paper, just piddling, giving it some colored in and stuff, and it showed up fine. I went with like the lightest yellow. This one and this one are the two I used, and it still showed up. But I just want to try it on black paper just to be different.
Yeah,
it's not something I normally do. There's a lot of paper here for me to play with, mess up, and or fill this book. That's going to be a lot of drawing.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, though.
But it's easy. This is all you'd have to have right here.
Yeah, exactly. And a little bit of water, right? Because they're watercolor pencils, are they not?
They're colored pencils.
Oh, they're colored pencils, just regular colored pencils. Ooh, yeah. Even better.
I haven't used colored pencils in a long time. I am spoiled by my Prismacolors. So we'll see what happens here. But I'm going to give it a try.
Are they part? I can't read that.
No, metallics? No. They do have a set that is metallics. I didn't choose that one. I'm not a big metallic person.
Well, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
No, I haven't tried those, Belinda. Sounds like a good thing I need to try. I'm always in lookout for more permanent pens, always.
Yeah, permanent pens are a
I
big
don't know
one.
how many of you have seen the. Oh, I think the name of the pen is the LUMOS, Lumos or something like that. And oh,
I
Tracy,
have, yeah.
that's so funny. Anyway, it's a pen and it's in the UK and it's got a filter that you just stick it in the ink and you can use it and it's more of a fountain pen kind of thing. Like I don't know, it's like 60, $70, and that's I don't think that's with the conversion of the money either. But anyway, I you don't know how many times I go back and look at things and that pen just says my name all over it. But anyway, yes, you did make me laugh. That was really funny. That sounds like something I would say.
Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so I've got my plastic bag with this white foamy stuff inside it. I haven't cleaned it since I was playing with those labels. Now, because they were dollar store labels, the top layer of paper came off and they're not sticky, just a really cheap paper. Um, so I haven't cleaned this yet, which is okay. I'm not worried about it. I don't use it that often. But when I do things like the CD labels on the gel plate, it it doesn't pull off like this. Like I get really nice. So that was a lesson for me. These labels that I'll be using, I'm just gonna use for brayer offs. But I'm gonna use this side because it's reasonably clean. I know it's green, so it's not clean, but it is. It's definitely cleaner. Well, look at that.
I'm just going to test them for now.
Gene's testing. What I'm going to do is a technique. This is the technique that I I had done. So we're just going to recreate it. So first of all, we're going to put. And I didn't have a gel plate when I did this, so I don't know how I did this. And I mean, I didn't have this bag. Oh, maybe I had the bag. Maybe I had the bag. So you're just going to put down a layer of paint. You know, we do that. We know how to put paint down on that. And then we're going to take like a circular thing. We're going to put it at the top of the page and pull it down partway. And it gives this effect of like a falling circle. It's really weird. So you just put it down and drag. Have you guys done this? If you've done it, I'm sorry if I'm redundant, but and then I'm just gonna. I
So
guess maybe I should have like a.
this is making me believe I need to swatch these. So I guess that's what I'm going to do first.
You're going to what?
Swatch them.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of paper. This one, I don't know what's this. You know what? I think maybe I'm just going to grab a piece of white copy paper because I don't know what I'm going to be using it for. I just want to see how it works. And if it looks the same way as that paper did that I found, then I went, oh, why haven't I been doing that? That's such a great technique. So like I say, you put the paper down, you put something down, and you pull. And then you get that effect. Can you see that?
That's cool.
See? It looks like you've dragged this circle or it's fallen down or whatever. That's a very interesting background. I like that. I do like that. Let's do it again. We'll use a different color. Let's use a purple. It's just a different technique to do on the gel plate or whatever. And all you need is paint and a circle. I think I did it with paper towel roll or something last time. And that, you know what? I don't care if I've got other colors underneath, what it's going to look like, because these are background. Ooh, don't get paint on yourself today. I'm actually wearing decent clothes. I didn't even think to change before I came down. It will be what it's going to be. So then I've got these little ones. I don't know where I got these little hole things from, but I'm going to try those. So I'm going to do a couple of rows of these little ones. Push, pull. Kind of makes it look like they're falling. And then I'll use the big one again. Okay, this wants to move on me today. Kind of have to hold it. So you put it down, just got to pull it towards you or away from you, whichever you find easiest. And then I'm going to use those little ones again. Might as well have it kind of the same. And get a piece of paper. Just take a few papers out so that you've got them handy. Put it down in the middle. Oops. Okay, not quite on screen. Oh, those are swatching lovely, Jean.
Yeah. They're not as bright as I thought they would be, or
But
what
they
I
still
thought
have-
I remembered them to be. But I
They-
think I can live with this.
They still have a decent color on black, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
And-
what, Andrea? I've got paint on darn near everything I wear, so it doesn't really matter. But
I don't think they'll stay in order very long.
yeah,
They'll, I'll put all the pinks and reds and oranges and blues and greens, that kind of order, but I think that'll probably be the extent of it. But right now, they're staying in order so I can swatch them.
I think I've got left some paper behind on the thing, but there again. So that works wonderfully with circles. Doesn't it look like the circle's falling?
Yes.
It's got movement to it.
Looks cool.
All right. So I think I've got some paper left behind here. I don't care. And again, I put the purple down. I had other colors underneath. It doesn't bother me. Does not bother me. Oh, I don't want to use white if I'm putting it on a white paper because it's not going to show, right? You know what? Got a bit of black in here. I'm going to use this black. Just playing today, guys. Fabulous or flop. Experimenting because that's what we do. Well, that's what I do. I don't know if you guys do, but I see something and then I have to try it, but I try it my style. We know I do that. So it might not be exactly the way I learned how to do it, but that's okay too. I got no room here.
That's of your own doing,
Pardon?
Nothing.
All right. I have a heart-shaped cookie cutter. Let's see what that does. On black, yeah. Black hearts, guys. Oh, look. So obviously you can use anything.
That looks like a heart tube.
Pardon?
It looks like a heart-shaped tube. It gives it like shadow. I mean, what you're pulling.
Yeah.
It gives it a shadow look. I mean, it looks real three-dimensional is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's kind of what made me go, why haven't I been doing this? Hearts aren't exactly they look rude like this. Sorry, guys. This will not be the thumbnail that would be used for this project. Yeah, kind of looks like pencils, though. Sorta.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or if you turn it over, it's a village.
Oh, it could be a village. Oh, yes. It could be. All right. Then I bought some pork sausage, breakfast sausage at Costco. And look at this lovely tray it came in. Yeah, I scrubbed it really good and I used bleach and stuff. So I want to try this on the gel plate too. We'll do that in the blue. Yeah. Pencils, yeah. So this is kind of mucky, but that's okay. I do mucky well. So yeah, I think that's what really intrigued me about that. This technique is that it looked like it was moving. And we'll see what this tray does. Oh, I should have a paper to stamp that on, shouldn't I? Running out of space. I didn't clean off my side table. I should have cleaned off my side table, guys. I'll work on the floor.
Yeah, my room's a mess too. That's something I'm working towards changing.
I'll put it over this. Because layering's fun. Yeah, I really am happy with that technique. Okay, so this print's nice. Leaves an interesting pattern. I can live with that. Let's see what happens when I pull it. What happens?
I do like
kind of just like a gel printing session, guys. I'm sorry.
I do like the texture these pens are.
Oh, good.
I've only had one sharp pen point break, and I'm a tough writer.
Five bedrooms and 8-stall horse barn. Nice. Art retreat. Oh, yeah. See, I've done a business plan on doing an art retreat and then having it on a piece of bush so that I would do gardens, like you would go through a path and there would be a garden. This one seems to have a fair bit of depth. Kind of liking the way this turned out.
Oh, these darker colors aren't showing up as good. Well, they might when you look at them. When you look at them the right way, but at an angle, it's not as good.
Huh. I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. It's got lots of depth, texture. I've got all these little journals that I need to cover as well, right? So I'm looking to do something fun with that. Maybe now if I use this white, I can pull up some of this other color that's down here. 5 acres. Oh, I'm so jealous, Anne. I've always wanted a piece of property. The problem here is a lot of the properties like that are in the bush. With all the fires and everything that have been happening lately, that just scares the bejeez out of me. So, kind of get glad we never did do that. But on the other hand, I really wish we had. It'd be nice to have had like a bed and breakfast art studio program thing.
That would be fun.
There was a hotel, well, actually, a couple of hotels have been for sale, and I've thought about them. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's try a cookie cutter. That peels up a whole lot of paper when you do that. Have to use cookie cutters on this. I don't want to use them on my gel plate because a lot of cookie cutters have pointy edges kind of thing. Hey, Dana, nice to see you. Oh no, you can get a downpour? Okay, that would be very cool. That would be very cool. And if you could separate it. You know what, guys? I really like that one too. Falling flowers. Falling flowers. Still a little bit too much white for me, but it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. All right, you can go on the floor too. Yeah, that turned out like a nice print. I've got a couple of nice prints from this effect. I want to try this thing now. I know it's kind of, this is a piece of bicycle tire, and I have used it in the past. It's not flat. I wonder if, I was thinking if I glue it down, well, I can't now, dream, but glue it onto a block of wood. That could be interesting. Anyway, we're going to give it a whirl. We're going to give it a whirl with some other color. Thunderstorms in summer, yeah. Really, you can't see your keyboard. They've been predicting thunderstorms here for the past couple of days because it's been so darn humid, but we haven't got anything yet. And I'm using, this isn't my gel plate, this is that plastic bag over the packing material. Ooh, that could be a little thick. I think I need that though for the bicycle tire thing. Yeah, very thick. Now, I guess I need a paper to stamp it on. So I'll put a piece of paper here. Let's use a book page. I think a book page could work. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, they're already out of order.
Pardon?
I said
they're already out of order.
Out of order. Okay, there's the swatch of the colors. I thought they turned really good. This one right here, it shows up in the color, but in the writing it didn't, so I had to come in with the white. And the black is black, you know? But man,
Yeah.
this row of blues right here is really cool.
Ooh.
So, all right. Now I know what I've got. Not that I'll ever refer back to it, but, you know. We're just going to take off. Well, yeah, I might, because I might want to say which one shows up the best for me.
That's kind of fun. Piece of bicycle tire, guys. Piece of bicycle tire.
Oh,
Works
that's
as a
cool.
lovely stamp.
That looks like a botanical.
It does. It really does. I don't want to get kind of far away here. These will make nice little borders on ATCs, I think. Tear them up and use them on ATCs. Okay, let's do that red pull thing.
Kim, did you just sell something?
No, that is my messenger.
Oh.
That's messenger. No, I haven't sold anything for a little bit. I need to get more stuff up. I haven't. I've got a stack like this high of stuff sitting on top of my computer to scan in so that I can get them up for sale. Okay, so the bicycle tires didn't do quite as interesting on the print on here, but they sure made a nice stamp. But I really still like the way that those circles are moving. Like the way they move. Yeah, it looks like a vine. It really does. But it's this piece of bike tire.
Can you tell a difference in those three?
No.
Nope. Okay. This is the pencil by itself. This is with one kind of blending pencil on top and a different kind. The blending pencils don't usually show much difference.
No.
They both do the same thing. And I was just wondering if it made a difference in the pen itself, in the pencil itself, to be blended out a little more. So we just keep trying.
Yeah.
It's an experiment.
Exactly. So yeah, it's not a vine. It's a hunk of bike tire. But it gives a wonderful stamp. You know, I like it. That would be doodleable. What? I would like to doodle on that. You know. All right. All right. Hey, lovely. Nice to see you. Nice to see you today. Okay, I want a yellow. Crawling under the table for yellow. Okay, how about a neon green? That'll work as well. We're going to put it on top of this red. And yeah, it should go brown, which would be fine. But it's light enough that it looks like a yellow that I don't mind using it with the red. Like I wouldn't use a Kelly green or a pine green with this because just no. Just no. See, I got green in the middle there. See the stuff on the very bottom. I bought a gardening book, and I'll show it to you in a minute. After I, what am I doing? do 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 do. I have a star cookie cutter. Let's try the star cookie cutter. Falling stars in green and red, or whatever. The one thing is it pulls the paint and it makes a blob. Just a heads up on that one. I think the circles are probably the best, or something round. I have an oval. Let's try the oval next. See what happens. I know they would be Christmas colors. Up. Oh, welcome, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Okay. See, they look more like flowers again than stars, but it still gives that movement, guys. Look at the movement. They're whooshing. So I think maybe if I just did like one on a page, you know what I mean? Like if I did it and then just picked it up on one single tag or whatever, might work nice. So that's not ecstasy. It is much more of a yellow green than whatever. Definitely like it. I definitely like that pull. What do you guys think?
I like that.
It's a fabulous. It's not a flop.
Nope.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let's see something dark on that now. Black again. Catch a falling star. Oh, I wonder if I did it like in an arc. Oh, you know. Why am I pulling it straight? Why am I not pulling it like a zigzaggy thing?
As my daughter says, I must have drank the Kool-Aid because I just swatched out, just playing, a few of my Prismacolors, and they look just as good as the others.
Okay.
And so my recommendation would be I like them. I like the feel of them. I like how they color. But if you've already got colored pencils, test them out before you try these. That's just my.
Well, I just have Crayolas, and I'm not very happy with them right now. Maybe I should have used a different paper.
The price is good. 50 colored, and Faber-Castell is a pretty good brand. But I think I like my Prismacolors. And I did also notice that laying down like this you can see the colors, but when you look at it straight on.
I'm making you big, Jean. Just hang on. I have to find the mouse. Not even just the cursor, the whole mouse. And I'm going to make you big because, oh my goodness. Okay, there you go.
So when I color like this, it's okay and everything. But for my eyes, when I hold it up like this, it is more vibrant and everything than it is when it's flat. I don't know if it's the way the light hits it or what. And then, the colors are good. They really are. There's some amazing colors. I probably need to swatch this in the white on white paper too and see what I think. But for the money, I don't do reviews, but for the money, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't waste the money. I'll have a good time with these, except that they can't go with my regular pencils because there's no room.
That makes sense.
But had I really come in here and tried the Prismacolors on my black paper first, I wouldn't have bought these. So I don't know how you want to judge that, but Anyway, so now I'm going to try a colorful doodle.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.
So I just used the circular thing and I pulled it in various kind of directions. And I think that's very interesting. We'll see what happens when I pull. Oh, okay. A little bit blobby. This paint was really, really thick, though, guys. I put it on way too thick. But it's got the movement. It still has the movement.
This look like, if that was in orange, that would look like Cheetos.
You're right. It would. It would. So that's what it looks like after I pulled that one. See if I pull a second one. Because there's enough paint on there that I definitely like the movement. Definitely like the movement. Catch a falling star, no flops in sight. No, so far I don't think I've had a flop. Just, a little bit extra paint. Okay, that's gonna end up being background of, I don't know what. I'll put other stuff on top of it. We know I'll do that. I have a stack of papers that I've got to put stuff on top of because that's what it is. Okay, so I bought this book at the local thrift store. It's a plant book, and it's one of those binders. So it's got the picture, and it flips open. It's got a bigger picture, and it's got all the stuff. It's in French.
Oh, how cool.
So, and it's a glossy paper. So I've been having trouble getting stuff to glue down. I'll have to use like Eileen's tacky or something because my glue and just my white glue isn't good for it.
Could you get a, like, look, I have to do some moving to get, I have to move stuff to get to stuff all the darn time.
Just like a sanding block or something, I could do that. Or I could do it with gesso,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, with my breathing, I don't necessarily want to start sanding these kinds of pages either. So I'm using it as roll-off papers. And that way, at least I could punch things out of it. I don't know. I'm going to find out if the Eileens will glue this stuff down, but I'm sorry that it didn't work the way I wanted it to, because there are some absolutely stunning pictures in here. Absolutely fabulous pictures. But that was also when I was actually fussy cutting stuff out and using other people's things, right? Like, now I don't use anybody's if I can help it. All right. Grab this back. And I'm going to grab this. Oh, Kim.
That did not sound good.
No, it was not good, but that's okay. That's just fine. I'm going to put something on top of this. Now we're just playing gel prints, guys. No, we're not using brown. You don't like brown. I'm looking for a fun color. Okay, I've got a neon green. This is also like yellow neon. This is a neon green. I'm going to use this on top of this. Because we can. thinking what I'm going to do with a lot of the. Oh, you're stuck. My brayer needs cleaning. It's not rolling. A lot of the paperwork that I've got, I think I'm going to coat it in black paint. Just do a whole series of black brayer stuff so that I've got paper to play on top of. Because sometimes you want to print with a really dark background. That'd be nice to pull some of these brighter prints off with. I'm going to use this. I think it's like a shelf liner. Got it on a roll. I use it often. Creates nice lines. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I can move that off of here. Now we're going to pull this one up because it's the ghost print. And look, I'm getting paint on that. What is she? I'm going to put this down on here. Because we're going to start working on layers on this one. So now I've got green lines on that, which is cool. I like it. I like it. We're going to let this, we'll pull that as well, because I like green lines. And then we'll do one of these kinds of pulls on top of it, maybe. Oh, look, lucky hands. Those of you who have an issue with mucky hands, I'm sorry. Kind of like that. That would be a nice background for one of those floral cards. So now I've got all kinds of fun lines and things on there. Look, there's a yellow right here.
Those are some really good backgrounds.
They are. I'm really happy with them. Some of the moving ones. Look at this. Muck. I think they needed to have been on a solid color instead of a white. But that's just my take on it. This is a very thick paint. It's kind of fun when you roll the yellow off onto a black, it goes green, and you get such a nice texture. That's going to make some lovely leaves. Okay, I'm going to pull this. Let's do these little ones. That's fun.
What is it you're using there again?
Pardon?
What is it you are using again?
I don't know what this was from. There was a whole big thing of it, and I broke it into pieces so I could have like this. I've got some like that.
Cool.
I don't remember what it was from. It's probably something wrong. Goes, bet you could use this. I found something for you. Let's try pulling that on this one now. See what happens. Because we are experimenting today. Ooh. Can you guys see that?
That's got a 1920s flair to it. Like fancy hats and hairdos, and I don't know. I can't describe it. I'm not even sure. Art Deco, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this would make just a lovely little cover, on one of those little journals. Or a background for, I just, I'm really into this pulling things today. Like I say, I don't know why I haven't done this for so long. Oh, it's raining now? And says it looks tribal, that last one that I did? Yeah, yeah. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Okay, so that's a green. That was this neon green? No. What did I use? The yellow stuff? Yellow. I used yellow, guys. Oh my word. I don't think I should even be on streaming. I don't even know what I'm doing. Neon green. I'm going for the artifacts, guys. I'm going for the artifacts. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to put something under this paper now. Something like, I'm going to put this under my brayer paper. So when I'm brayering off, I'm going to get stripes now. Because that's going to be fun. Now it's going to give it the texture, and that's going to make the best leaves ever. Okay, so we got that, we got that. Needlepoint canvas. Plastic needlepoint canvas. We're going to go like this. And we're going to put this. I'm going to put it on top of something I just printed. What about this one? Let's put it on top of this one. The falling flowers. Oh, so little room. I left myself to gel print. I don't know what I'm thinking today. My grandsons are coming for the weekend. 90 degrees last time you checked? So my boys are coming for the weekend. I had to go grocery shopping this morning. That adds a definite piece of interest to that. What do you guys think? You can still kind of see that the flowers are moving, but now I've got this grid on top of it.
That looks good. I can't ever get plastic canvas to work as good for me as I see others doing.
Oh, I love plastic canvas for this kind of thing. I really do. So that's nice green. What am I going to put that on top of? These moving hearts. Let's do it. Why not? I know I used that sausage pan on it as a stamp, so that's just going to add a little bit more interest. I like it.
Now I see faces in the houses.
Now you see faces in the houses. There's eyes, yeah.
I would say other things, but we're
I know. That's the first, when I first looked at it, I went, Yeah, no. Not a good idea.
So you're going to have to keep adding to it till
I
that
am going to
disappears.
have to keep adding to it till it's disguised completely.
Because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I know that. I totally know that. I apologize, ladies.
Oh, Kim.
They are like Rorschach tests. We're not going to go there, though. Please, no, no. Green. Let's do a purple. And then I'm going to pull it because I've got so much interest in this background here between the plastic canvas squares, those pulled little ones. And this probably is going to go like a brownish kind of color. Oh, big paint thing. Paint booger. Out you come. So yeah, I get my boys for the weekend. I'm excited. I haven't had both of them here for a very long time. Or to spend the weekend. It's usually just the little guy that spends the weekend. The big guy spends the weekend here if he's working and needs a ride to work and his parents are away. So it's going to be lots of fun. Lots of fun. As I say, I'm just going to pull this. Now, we're going to put you. Oh, look, we're getting interesting lines. There's so much black and dark colors on here. I'm going to show you my brayer off. That was from that book, right? It's got that crease in the middle, but that's going to be really interesting textures for leaves and other things. Okay, so I'm going to pull this on. Blank piece of paper. In hopes that I pull up a lot of that stuff that's underneath. Got drips down the side. Again, if you can't afford a gel plate, this works darn near close enough. Wow.
We're an art channel, not a speaking channel.
Obviously.
So I was trying to talk to Gary last night during supper, and I couldn't get the right words for nothing. It's like my tongue was swollen or something.
Yeah. So that's interesting, but it didn't pull up everything I would like it to have pulled up. You see, there's still a lot of stuff on here. I even have some of that blue from way back. That's fine. It's fine. I'll just keep adding to that one as well. Because that's how we rule.
I think I've made a goal. I'm going to use every one of these pencils in this piece right here.
You've used every one?
Not yet, but I'm going to. Except probably the black, because it really doesn't show.
All right. Got lots of purple wet on the side there. Got wet green. This is going to be interesting, guys. This paper down here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put white over. Now the purple's definitely showing. I will have to use the green again. Mind you, some plants have purple leaves, right?
Why not?
Do with that. Anyone? Oh, I was going to pull with ovals. Got this oval thing from a shampoo bottle. We're gonna do moving ovals. Wow, there's a lot of paint on there. I think I need to change this paper because it's really wet. I pulled out a few of them and I don't remember where I put them, but I got the book right here. Oi! Switch! Okay, so I've got really big blobby things there from the paint. You know what? That purple one that I just did, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put that on top of that one.
You do it.
Why not?
So this weekend we are going to Lincoln, New Mexico, in Lincoln County, and it's Lincoln Days, and there'll be vendors and stuff like that, and there will be Billy the Kid reenactments, which, if anybody knows, that's just I'm enamored with Billy the Kid. I don't know why. I just am.
Couple of them are gorgeous. Couple of them I'll just chop up and use as flowers. That's cool. I'm happy with that. So you like Billy the Kid? That's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, I think he's just misunderstood. I've done a lot of reading.
William Bonney, right? His name was William Bonney?
Yeah, I've done a lot of reading on him. I've got several books. It's a journal I'd like to make someday, and I have some stuff. But on most of his, I can't be completely accurate, but from what I've read, most of his killing in the beginning was either self-defense or in self-defense of, in defense of someone else.
Okay.
And yeah, I sort of feel like he was made to be, something else made him go bad, not that he was a bad person, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, and I think maybe I like him because his birthday's really close to mine. I don't know. I even went to his grave. And maybe it all boils down to, because they call it the Lincoln County Wars, and I live in Lee County, but at that time it was Lincoln County. Lincoln County took like the whole eastern side of New Mexico. And so, not that I'm, from here, but I don't know. It's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, but a lot of those guys that went loopy way back when actually were suffering from syphilis, right?
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try something completely different. Something completely different. I'm putting a couple of stencils on top of it. I know you guys do this kind of thing all the time. I do not. I want a piece of paper to pull that. We'll have my Baron over here. Way over in the back 40 over there. And I got all kinds of wet papers on the floor, so I painted myself into a corner. Okay, so it picked up. I just, don't care what it picked up. Just need some of that paint picked up because I could. Are you guys like me? After you use a stencil on your gel plate, do you put it onto a piece of paper?
I do. Sometimes I wait too long and I don't get much, but
Yeah. This one's a paper stencil. Ooh, it came out lovely though. It's too bad I didn't do that in orange. Too bad. So I've got this. Pull it. Still trying to get all that greebly stuff up off the. Yeah, I guess that too. Oh, I was going to use that red one that I did on this. Huh. That's not bad. Some texture. Of course, I'll put other stuff over it. It's just the way it works. And I know you guys understand that. Okay, I have to clean up this stuff that fell down. Because it's in my way. I can't move my chair back. My chair is blocking paper. There we go. I have to pull some more paper. Some real paper, not my other, trash paper. I really like that. I can see flowers on this one.
it did kind of look like a trellis.
It does. It does. Okay, I'm running out of places to put my wet paper. Yep. Okay, now I want a darker green. Darker green. Hope we aren't boring you guys today. 32 Celsius? Yeah, that's brutal. Teresa's got nice warm weather there.
Thank you.
Oh, I wanted to do something to pull off that on that red. I'm not using this. Nay. Oh, Jean, I'm loving that.
Yeah, the more I do, the better I like it.
I've been looking at a lot of those doodles on Pinterest like that.
Uh-huh.
Why haven't I been doing that anymore? I miss doing that.
That's kind of where I'm at, is I'm trying to bring back the things that I really like doing.
Yeah.
And of course, the beading, I can't get enough of. And to be honest, it's the only thing I've done for a very, very, very long time that I start and I finish.
Yeah.
It's not like I start it and come back to it. I actually finish. And this is, let me show you my last one because I don't think you've seen it for a while. My thread's stuck on my little spoon. Do you want to make me big?
I can. I have to find my mouse. All right.
There is my latest bead
Oh,
hoop.
that is beautiful.
I wasn't sure what I thought about pastels, but I think I really like it.
Well, I'm not a pastel lover, and I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I stuck in a few like this color, a little bit. It's still a pastel, but it's got a little more color to it, and then the blue here. So, yeah, I really, really like this. I'm actually contemplating. Somebody asked me, so how are you going to frame these? Well, I consider them when they're done, and then I tuck all that in and put a backing on it that this is it. I'm not a big fan of framing in the hoop, but I don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
If I wanted to make a rectangular one, I'd have to use such a big hoop because you can't, when you embroidery, you can put your embroidery stitches in the hoop when you need to move it, but
right.
you can't with the beads.
No,
And so it would have to be so big. And honestly, I'm not sure my hands would, I think that it would cramp up my hands with something so big.
right. Because
But
that's a lot of
um,
weight to be holding, too.
I'm contemplating, this isn't the right size to kind of give that idea, but I was thinking about getting like a shadow box frame in black
Oh,
and putting it inside, you
that would
know,
look lovely. Yes.
so it's, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making them. And when I'm
That's like
done,
my
I look
beaded hearts, Jean. Like I've got a box of beaded hearts, and who knows what the heck they're going to be.
and I look at these and I think to myself, nobody's going to believe how much money I got in these. I
Pardon, I
mean,
missed that.
nobody's going to believe how much money I have in these.
Oh, I believe.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And the number of hours, like you don't get paid enough to do those, like
Yeah, yeah. So I have decided, all of my family's going to get one, all the girls.
yeah,
So to hang on their wall somewhere. I might even make Riley one. He would hang it up because Grandma made it.
right.
So, um, like, what do you mean, Anne? I don't think I have a tutorial for that. Um, we could do a one-on-one if you wanted. If you're just thinking mostly how to tie the knot, I could help with that a lot. Trust me, that's where the bead snob in me comes from working in a bead store for uh, 7 years. So, but there is things you can do with the beading on the fabric that makes them useful. Like this little guy, he was done way, way, way long time ago. And it's a magnet. It's one of those covered buttons. And I stitched it on here. There's no padding, so it was probably a bit of a pain in the butt because hitting the metal and all that. But it's a needle keeper, and you can put it on your project as you're working, and lay your needles on there so they don't get lost.
That's cool.
So anyway, you can get us both back now. I just wanted to share my latest bead.
I love your latest beading.
I do too. It should be done, well, sometime next week. Since we're going out of town, it's hard to say whether I'll get anything on it today or not. So
Hi, Sherry. Welcome, hon. Nice to see you. Okay, I've got blue, I got green. While Jean was showing her stuff off, I put an alphabet stencil on, picked up the letters between. I'm just doing depth stuff now. This one totally lost those pulled flowers. Like you can still sort of see the flowers, but it's got a whole bunch of stuff on top of it now. I'm having fun. I'm just having fun. Then I used that alphabet stencil. I used it as the stamp on top of this one. So just playing, guys. I am just playing. What am I going to do with this? Let's do some, I don't know what. Oh, let's try these moving.
Teresa, I don't know if you jinxed me or what, but I'm not 100% sure I love these. I mean, it's fun and it looks cool, and yes, I'm thinking of other ways to do this, but I don't know that I love it, if that makes sense. Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan, welcome. Okay, I'm going to pull this on the red and hope that the green that's underneath. Oh. Well, we're going to do it, guys. If it's red and green, I'm just going to, I don't know what.
You can do it.
I can do it. I can live with it. You're hearing thunder on your side of town? I am such a mess.
No, I haven't, Susan. And I might some point. I have done an embroidery with one of my doodles. And I kind of feel like I'm doodling with the beads because I'll just find a spot and I'll just do a swirly just like I've done here, and it just fills in. I think maybe that's why I love it so much, is because it's more like doodling. But I have to say, I have been scouring the internet for a bead loom. And I know better. I've had 3 of them and I still didn't use them. But all of a sudden I want one again. So
Okay, that just had a little bit of color and texture to. I think this is going to just be the one I'm going to be pulling odd things on, like the ghost prints, because I pulled it on this red, and it's got the movement, not quite the way. I probably should have just left the red one alone. Oh well. Flop. That one's a flop.
is it a flop to you, or is it? I mean, I don't think everybody else will feel that way.
I feel that it's a flop to me. You're right. You're right. Okay. I like this one. I'm going to leave this one alone, right?
Teresa, did you come in here just to pick on me today?
She might have.
I think she did. I think she said, let's pick on Jean today. That's okay. If you're picking on me, you're leaving somebody else alone.
And I like this one. This one's got the movement. This one needs something. I'll put it on this side. This one definitely has the movement. Do I leave it alone?
I'm going to say I like it, but I know you can't leave it alone.
I am not sure. I'll leave it, put it in the leave it alone pile for now. It's in the leave it alone pile. I really like the way this one is. But I think it needs something punchier on top, like a nice yellow. Yellow something. So let's put yellow on here. No, I won't leave it alone. You know, I have good intentions, but they paved the way to you know where.
Yes.
That is a shocking, beautiful yellow.
I may have to check into the metallics. I just don't use metallics. I have metallic ink pads and different things that I don't know. It just doesn't do much for me. But that might be different now. I mean, maybe that's the way it was. Maybe it's not that way anymore.
What am I doing on this, guys? Something that takes a lot of the background off. What have I got?
I think they had neons too. I might have to look at that.
I'm going to use this stencil. And I'm going to put this one on top. See if I can get some of that bright yellow through that stencil onto this that I said needed a pop. You've put your colored pencils in a safe place? I put something in a safe place right before I started streaming, and I don't know where the heck it is. Okay, I like it with the little pops of yellow. This now I would be happy to use for backgrounds for things with those pops of yellow. And this is going to go. So this one I think needs so much. So much. Didn't work. Phew. I wonder if I can pull it with this. I really don't like this. We can put it on top of that yellow and see what happens. It's just paper, it's just paint.
Okay, I have used all the pencils except the black one. I'm not going
Awesome.
to. So
hey,
now
Julie, welcome.
I got to come in here and add some more color because this is all the same color scheme. As you can tell, I left the ones that don't show up well.
Yeah. Oh, it's so subtle. It would have been really nice just on like a black or something. I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's interesting, but it's not like I wouldn't be using it as tags or anything. I just, it's the green and the red. It's the green and the red, guys. Caca. You know that? I'm going to put this neon green on here and pull it. See what it pulls like.
Yes, some of these colors aren't showing up real good. I just drew over something I had done because I didn't see the color.
Uh-oh. I did that with something the other day. I think it was in a little journal I'm working on. Ended up painting the background afterwards. Those colors may just be too close together. Huge. What am I going to pull it on? Just a plain white? I don't have anything really dark. Let's see what happens. Ugh, slid. Well, it will be what it will be. And if anything, I can chop it up for yellow flowers, right, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can't see the texture, or you can see it very little. I left some paper behind, which is okay. It's definitely interesting texture. It's definitely going to be flowers. Unless I come back and put something else on top of it. Let's see if I can get the paper off. All right. So I need something that's going to pick this stuff up now. Oh, look, black paint. 2 to 3 months? Oh, my, Julie. That's a long time to be down. Long time. Now, normally, I would have a black paper and then try and pick this up with the black. But I'm doing the black on top because I can. Trying to get down to the get as much artifact off this as possible. And I think I want a different paper.
Well, I think this is done.
You think that's done?
I think it's done. I don't love them, but I don't hate them.
No.
And I think it's just because I don't color doodle.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When I hold it up like this, I like it a whole lot better than I do when it's flat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like it's a different thing, a different project. I
Right.
can't.
You know what? I like it.
What
I like
you
it.
see there and what I see flat is different.
Yeah.
When I turn it like this, it's much more appealing. I think I'd like to do another one where I just do continuous lines,
Yes.
changing colors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Now I got to put them all back in the box.
See this? It's going on this black.
Thanks everyone. I do like it. I don't love it, but it could grow on me. It was something I needed to do. I needed to have fun with it. So
Having fun's the important part.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to pick up from this, aside from a lot of black, which is fine, because I really didn't like that red and green together. Okay. That had some really nice texture. It's got some depth. I would use it as it is for backgrounds and collage fodder. Still has a lot of red and green in it. Wow, I am so messy, guys.
Not Kim.
Paint running down the sides of this thing. I think this stool's going to end up getting painted. All right. Now what? Now what? Now what? Let's use purple. Still trying to get this stuff up. You know, I could probably scrape it off. Someone pinched Jean. And says, put it aside, come back to it, you'll love it.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't know. I put stuff aside and I come back to it and then go, yeah, no, why was I saving this? And I either totally go over it or throw it out.
Yeah. I don't I'm not putting them back exactly like they were, but I am putting back in color groups.
All right. Take that little round one again, and I'm just going to do the pulls. Just do the pulls again. Maybe that'll loosen up the stuff underneath. Down, pull. Yeah, it definitely helps loosen the stuff up underneath. I should be able to pick up some wonder colors. Definitely shows lots more movement with all those colors underneath. And that's just going to get pulled with, oh my word. I'm just getting muckier by the minute, guys. Those of you who have an issue with mucky hands, I apologize. It's just the way I operate.
Oh my goodness. Putting them in color groups, and look, I'm putting them all in upside down.
Ah.
That's okay. I like it this way. This is the right way for me.
Good. I have a feeling I'm going to love this one because of all the different colors underneath that will have come through in the movement part of it. Well, so far I've only got one that I absolutely cannot stand, guys. And I'm just going to keep adding to it until I'm happy with it. Ooh, that one turned out lovely. Are they moving? Are they moving? Peeling glue off your gel plate? I'm pretty happy with this one, you know. Still have lots left on the plate. Do a second pull. Do a second pull. Oh, I was supposed to do second pulls on this one. On that one. Oh, glue off your fingers? You know, guys, I always find a use for my prints, whether I like them or not. Woo! I still have interesting stuff on here. But look, that pulled kind of interesting. This is getting much more interesting. I think it needs something bright on it, like a yellow again. Oh, your previous physio is part of why you're going through that? That's rough. That's rough for sure. I'm going to try this off-white stuff. Actually, first, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz this with water and give it a pull. Just to see if I can get some of this loosened up. And yeah, I know it's going to look like mud. I use mud pages too.
I think I am done.
You're done?
Yeah, I don't want to color anymore.
Okay.
Now I'm going to find something different to do.
Okay.
That's my attention span lately.
Yeah. I've been having the blast cleaning up my desk and whatever I find on the desk, throwing in those little journals. Look at that. That's fun.
I still see
That's
a little
almost like when I was
in
using
there.
the muck water the other day, guys. What if I paint this with muck water and then pull it? Let's see what happens. I have to go get my muck water. I'll be right back. I have more stuff on the floor. I don't know if you guys were watching the other day when I was playing with muck water and painting papers with it. And, I'm not necessarily painting papers, but I was painting plastic. I have these little strips of plastic. I just have them. Anyway, I've got these like this. Cut off from when I make stencils out of plastic. They're just little strips. So you paint the muck water on it. The lady I was watching was actually using ink. And she painted ink on that, spritzed it with water, and then pressed it down on paper. And it gave like a real cute, cloudy print thing. It was absolutely wonderful. So I had to do it with muck water. And I was very happy with the way it turned out with muck water. So I'm going to use muck water. And I'm going to get this really good and wet. And I'm going to pull it. Because look at all this lovely stuff on here, guys. Like, really. I would clean it and it would just go the way of all things. We're all about not wasting stuff and adding to the landfills. So we're putting plastic from the acrylic paints down the drain. Right. Yep, that wasn't good either. Never mind. Yeah, it's going to be really muddy, but I use it. Oh, that would be awesome, Julie. Yeah, I know, Belinda. It had a lid on it, so it's not as bad as it sounded. Look! Can't see. See, look at the texture. You know? Yeah, it's a muddy purple, but seriously, I like it. I have all kinds of stuff still to get off this plate. You know, this is kind of how I do those really grungy papers that I do. I take my scrap papers and I throw them in a pile and spritz them with muck water and stamp on them and then spritz them with another kind of muck water. And especially because it's not a gray, right? Hey, Goldie, welcome. Which plate printed hundreds of papers? you know what? This isn't a gel plate. This is a plastic bag with a piece of that white spongy foam from packing. It's about an inch thick. I've got thinner ones, but this happened to fit the bag really nicely. And I used this for many years. Oh, look. For many years before I bought a gel plate. You have to be a lot um, more careful with a gel plate. This I use cookie cutters and things on. I would not use that on my gel plate. Look at this texture, guys. Okay, so let's use this blue now. I've got this lovely blue green muck water. And we're still trying to get all this stuff up. Oh, I should probably clean my brush. It's okay. What these things in the middle here, but I don't want it to go in my blue water. All right. We're experimenting today. I admit it. Oh yeah, awesome, Anne.
I bought some wire that I wanted to try out before I ordered to make some kits.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working on now. I have this idea in my head, and this wire's pretty thin, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's got lots of texture. Lovely colors. All right. It's clean enough that I can actually go back to trying some prints on it. I have lots of babies. I was on a real purple binge today, guys. I got lots of purple and lots of green. A little bit of blue. Mainly purple and green. What the heck? The one I did in red I didn't like, so it went the way of all things. We're going to move this muck water now because... Oh, let's hope I don't knock it over there on the floor. Okay, so see, it's one of those white spongy things, and it's just a Ziploc bag. I've got it duct tape holding it. I've got wire that's as thin as thread. That's nice. This is neon yellow.
Yeah, this is pretty close to thinnest thread. I have thought about trying to crochet with this too, because I have a idea I want to try with that too. But I don't know. This one just seems, I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the mood to do anything new.
Okay, this is really wet.
Or my brain just doesn't want to think today.
I think I'm kind of like that too, actually, because I'm struggling today. I don't know if you guys can tell, because pretty normal. Okay, so I've got this. I've got like 900 layers of paint on this. It's got some interesting texture and stuff to it, but I'm not happy with it. What am I going to put on there? I don't know what I want to put on there. You know what? I don't think I have any of my stamps or anything here. got my texture plates. Oh, look. Let's use this thing. We're going to use this thing. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to move this off of here. I'm putting it to the side. And I'm pulling this up. And I'm going to use this. Put it down on the paint on the thing. And then onto there. I could use that. It's getting better, guys. It's getting better. Yep. Getting much happier with it. Oh, yeah. That should help. That's much better. Much, much better. Okay. So, of course, I put it down on a piece of wet paper. We'll just move this up so that I can put this on top of that. So you can see it's got like black honeycombs and stuff on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here. Let's just take this and do these things. It's just not sure how well that's going to show. Not overly concerned. I've got this interesting stuff on this side. All right, let's pull this. I may end up just having another yellow sheet of paper like the last one. Yeah, that's kind of look like a beehive. And not a hairdo beehive. Let's see. Okay, it's got nice texture. Again, I could use that for flowers. I could use this for leaves. I could do some cats, some interesting cats. You know, it could be anything. So
I'll be right back.
I'm going to paint on. I'm going to add. I want it more orangey, so I'm going to do some red. And some yellow. Yellow. Oh, are you eating breakfast, Teresa? Did you just get up, hon? My goodness. I have to get this cleaned up before my grandsons get here.
Where'd you go?
Where'd I go?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to show you what I did. This is going to be a kit.
Ooh.
I have tons of sequins. Well, Defy has tons of sequins. And so I only did half of the ball so that I can take a picture for the sample. And I'm going to do a short video for the other half.
Awesome.
I put the ribbon as a hanger kind of thing. I haven't named this, but my mind says hippie disco ball or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I think I would hang this in my art room off my ceiling fan.
It's cool.
But my poor finger hurts so bad. So I was digging in some other stuff and I found popsicle sticks, and everybody's going to get a popsicle stick in their kit too. And that way they can push the pins down. But I thought it was pretty fun. It took me probably an hour to do half the ball. But, you know, there's no rhyme or reason. And sometimes I had to go back and cover up white spot and stuff like that. I am going to try using a marker on here before I start, and at least in a little section, you know, and see what happens if, you know, they don't cover quite right. Like here is a pair of lips, which you can't hardly tell. And they are actually have no hole. So I put a little drop of glue under it and then just made sure enough things were overlapping it. And there's seashells. There's even a mermaid in there. So they're not your everyday sequins. And I call sequins plus size glitter. Because sometimes they're so staticky they stick to everything. But anyway.
They are. Sequins are very staticky, I find.
Yes. Oh man, I don't even watch anything to know what the trends are. So hey,
yeah, nice. I don't watch. I mean, I watch a bit. Uh-oh.
Right now, I'm not watching any TV because there's nothing I really want to watch. But my husband doesn't usually watch TV with me. He watches it in his man cave by himself most of the time. And he started a new series, and he was watching the tail end of the first one. And during supper, and I said, okay, I like this. I want to watch this. And we made a pact that we will watch it together. We can't watch it on our own. And it's the first time in a really long time. And I'll tell you what, it's so good. That's actually what's been going through my mind as I've been playing with stuff is, I wonder what's going to happen next.
I like those kind of shows. Like, oh my word.
So I'm just not going to even watch any TV because I don't trust myself. I think I'll just pick up the channel and go straight, or the remote and go straight to that, you know? And I do enjoy sitting on the couch watching TV with him.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, I'm looking for my cursor. Okay, so I did this, the two colors, and I pressed this thing into it with a sausage tray. Pressed that into it and stamped that onto this green one. Now it's getting the interest that I could use those for background now. I like it now. And then I pulled it. And I'm not sure if I would use this for background or something. Or something, you know. because I just stockpile this stuff and grab a piece and lop it off into hunks for various things. I don't know if you guys are the same. I don't use an entire gel print as a rule. I'm going to use this kids ball on this. It gives a really interesting texture. I'm all about textures. That might be a little bit dry. And we're going to pull that. I think because I use my papers 99.9% of the time as bits, sometimes for backgrounds. Yeah, that was a very dry. Oh, paper stack. Paper stack. Yeah. Paint was too dry. That's okay. The rest of it's good. Look at the texture. Is it in focus? Can you see the texture?
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually going to leave this one just as it is because this is going to be flowers and cats and chickens. Oh, lost my light. Chickens. Well, maybe that's better. Is that better? Oh, yes. Much better to see this stuff. Huh. All right. So there's that. Now what? Now what do I want to play with? I need more reds and yellows and oranges because I'm really running low on florally stuff to use. You would think that it would be pretty dominant, but it's not. I do more greens and blues.
And I do more pinks and purples.
You do pinks and purples?
And orange is my favorite color, and I still do pinks and purples.
I haven't done pink in a long time. Maybe I'll throw pink on this right away.
Okay, so this is that super thin wire, and it really was a pain in the patootie.
Yeah.
I don't like this. It's not very neat. And I just, maybe part of that is user error, and I haven't done this for a while. It's usable. I don't love it. Actually, it's probably not usable. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut it off because it's just not strong enough for what I'm intending. This is going to be a pendant, and I've got several different ones, and I haven't even dug through my stash yet for it. And it's going to be on a knotted necklace, but this is going to be the main focal. This one I just picked up some of my own copper wire that I use and love. I believe it's 20 gauge. Felt like 20 gauge when I was using it, as opposed to 20 whatever this is. I don't know. It could be 32 as far as it felt. Anyway, I think this one's much better.
Yeah, I like the heavier wire too.
Yeah, I
It
think
feels much nicer on that.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
So I just used some heart-shaped bubble wrap that the beautiful Teresa sent me. I don't think I have enough paint on here. No, I don't have dryer balls.
You know what? I love your plate like right now.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could spritz it with water and just pull it the way it is.
Do you have clear gel medium, matte medium, something like that?
Someplace.
Do you have white paint handy?
White paint? Yeah.
Brayer white paint on it, put it on there, and let it set for just a bit, and then pull it off when you're done.
Okay, I have white paint.
Yeah.
You guys don't mind me working in the dark like this? It's better for you, isn't it?
Is it dark for you?
Well, I usually have this light on. Oh, where is it? There. That light on. But you guys can see the texture much better if that's off. Right?
I suppose.
Pardon?
It's not that big a difference. It really isn't. Don't strain yourself.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. I have fluorescent lights. I just don't have them on. Oh, got another one of those dead paint things in here.
Well, I'd rather have fluorescent lights than LED lights, I'm telling you.
Well, that's a fluorescent light, but it's so close to my desk. It's so that I can see. Okay. There's a big dead thing in that paint I have to deal with. Gonna have to use this as is.
Put it as a pretty thin coat.
It's thin. It's thin.
Okay, give it a few minutes or a few seconds while you're, cleaning off your brayer and stuff.
I cleaned off my brayer. I want to put something like this on top of it, but I won't. I'll be able to.
No.
No.
Now just take a plain piece of paper.
I had a plain piece of paper.
And put it on there and rub the heck out of it.
Robin.
And now here comes the hard part.
What?
Let it sit for a little bit.
No, the paper will stick to it. This isn't a gel plate.
Well, I don't mean you have to let it set forever.
No, but I mean it leaves paper behind. I've had this one, I think, left paper behind.
Okay.
But I love this one. No, this one.
Once you've got it completely rubbed in, then pull it and see what you get.
I think it's rubbed. This is just printer paper. Oh, look at those hands. Ah. Sorry, guys. Paper's behind. Left the paper behind already. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be as pretty as you thought, Jean. That's all paper left behind.
Oh.
Incredible.
It's still cool.
It is. But I mean, the paper, I've got.
Yeah.
Oh, lights on. So, but look how lovely that would be. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to spritz it and pull it fast and see what happens. Flop!
So will it leave paper behind if you use like a cardstock or something?
Not usually.
Well, when we're done, you might want to try that. If this doesn't work, try it again with the white and let it set for a little bit longer, maybe. See, I don't know.
Let me think. What have I got here? I might have some cardstock close by. I do.
Because there's a masterpiece laying under all that.
Yeah. Maybe. Wow, I don't have a flat surface anywhere here that isn't stacked. Oh my. Okay. All I've got is black cardstock. Mind you, what if I use the cover? This is the other side of it. Black 30 sheets. Let's try this. Your glasses are fogged up? No, it's not that your glasses are fogged up. It's because I'm out of focus, maybe? We'll use that as an excuse. Let's see. No, I just got like a pink cloudish. Can you see that? Let's turn this light off again. See,
It's got some pretty edges there.
Yeah, the edges are lovely, but that's all the paper. I'm gonna just.
I'm sorry.
Oh, why? No. This is experiment day.
I still think there's a masterpiece in there.
It's experiment day. It's still pretty wet. There, I've got most of the paper up. I know you can't see it, but got most of the paper up.
Good.
But it's not a masterpiece.
I don't know. It's not too bad.
Peachy, something.
It's a starting spot for something else.
It is, definitely. That's going to make lovely flowers the way it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to scrape that off with, we'll just use this. This is also something that you can do with a plastic bag that you cannot do with a gel plate. And scrape it like this. Okay? You can't do that with a gel plate. I'm pretty rough on my stuff. So I knew right from the beginning, like when I decided I wanted to play this today, that I could not use my gel plate for it. Look at how nice and clean that comes, though.
That's amazing.
All right. What do I want to play? I have this. We did a really light green honeycomb effect. It's interesting. I could use it for leaves. There's way lots of dark. I'm going to add something to it. Not sure what. Not sure if I want to use white, off-white. Let's see some off-white. This is warm white. You want to marble it? Yeah, see, I bought that stuff for doing marbling. I haven't played with that either. Maybe that'll be next Friday. Tuesday, we're doing those frazzled flockers, guys. We're going to paint frazzled flockers on Tuesday. So you will need paint, a flat paint brush, scraps of white paper, some glue, and colored pencils for shading. Look, clean. So I'm just rolling out this off-white stuff. It's not very thick. I'm going to have lots of stuff to be making flowers with. So I've got that. I want something reasonably little that I can just add some highlight to that black. So I'm going to move this to the side. You see that I've just brayered light paint on it. I'm going to use this round piece of canvas, needlepoint canvas. So I'm going to do half the page with this kind of stuff on it, just because it needed something to brighten it up. I'll use this for flowers. Take this and I am going to put it on this one as well. Just for added a little bit of texture for that. Now I've got all interesting stuff on here. Let's pull it with this yellow green. I think I'm going to pull it with that. Your glitter ink. Interesting. Okay, so I toned down the yellow and it gave the texture of the needlepoint canvas. You really can't see it very well. But it super toned down the yellow and it added the texture. Here's the, can you see that? So that's going to definitely make some interesting flowers. Oh, light's on. It's one of those lights that come on and off with movement, so whenever I'm underneath it, it comes on. What do you think? Do I leave this one the way it is, guys?
I like that one.
Me too. I think I want to do a couple more with that movement thing. And then I think I will call it a day. What color? Purple?
Orange.
Orange? I don't have orange paint here. Do I?
I don't care. You know I'm always going to say orange.
I know. You know what? I've got neon orange. I'm going to use that.
There you go.
Because I can. Because it's going to be fun. See, I didn't use pink. Didn't I just say, oh, I haven't used pink in a long time? This brayer is really mucky.
Pink and orange are good together.
They are. They're really good together. I'm switching brayers because this one rolls nicer. I have to clean that one. Oh, look at that. I'm really bad for getting way too much paint on my thing. This one, I think it's a better idea though, so that, because if the paint's too dry, it does stick. All right. So again, we're going to do that movement thing. As soon as I find that little, this little round thing, So what you do to create the movement is you put it down and you pull it. And then when you pull it, it looks like there's movement. Tried it with a heart. It looked very rude. Tried it with a flower. It looked like clouds. And then I did something on top of it. So
You should try that with making X's.
X's. Ooh. Well, let's pull this. I did have a shimmery purple and I'm out of it. It was called Pearl with a pearl paint. It's almost like metallic. I had that and a yellow, pearl yellow. But because it was so old, there was a whole bunch of dry stuff in it and it went the way of all things.
Ooh, I like that. I love that color.
That's fun. Does it look like it was moving?
Not
Not as much as the darker colors, eh?
Yeah.
That would make a nice background, though.
Yeah.
I'll
Do
let
the plastic canvas on top of that in pink.
plastic canvas in pink. Oh, yes. I could do that. Let's put this on. This one that we're doing all the ghost pulls on. Just so that then I'm going to do the edge. Just to, clean up the thing a little bit. Use up the paint. Oh, that's okay. So I've got a nice orange edge. I like having these kinds of edges around. Oh, wow. I got a whole bunch of fun stuff on the floor, guys. Behind me. Oh, pink. Need a pink. I have. Surprise! That's orange. Ha! Looked pink under the desk. There it is. Pink neon. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have done that on screen. How nauseating. Not thinking today, guys. Just not thinking. Okay. How's this pink, Jean? Is that what you were looking for?
Yep. You know, when it comes to neons, I'm in all the way.
Yeah. Gotta have color. All right. Really liking these brayer off sheets too. I'm going to get some beautiful flowers out of those. Do. Needlepoint canvas is right here. Ooh, I wonder if I should put the pink canvas on top of this. What do you think?
That would be good too.
That one? I think I'm going to do this one. Use the canvas as a stamp on this one because it's got holes in it. Okay, we're going to move this to the side. Put this here. Take the canvas off. Use it as a stamp. blue. I could use some blue. Oh, yeah. Can you see that?
That's pretty.
Oh, yes. Even with the goopy paper on it. I like it. Okay, so then I've got this. You're pulling it on that orange? Yes. Pulling that with the orange. The orange is still wet. That's okay. For those of you who do gel printing, I am not a master at this in any way, shape, or form. I just play until I'm happy. Oh, look.
That is gorgeous.
The thing is, if I were to scan this into the computer, it wouldn't pick up the colors.
I know.
It does not pick up fluorescence in any way, shape, or form, or neons, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's lovely.
I love that.
Me too. I really do like that.
It's got a plaid look.
It does.
Turned out perfect.
I'm going to be hoarding this one, guys.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That one's going to get used so sparingly. Like when I cut it, I'm probably just going to cut like 1/2-inch strips to make flowers because I don't want to muck it up. Oh, right under the fluorescent light. Oh, if you could only see.
Sometimes I have good ideas.
You have marvelous ideas. We egg each other on. We know that. Okay,
This
I
is
also
true.
have a fluorescent blue here somewhere. Belinda's saying blue. Okay, neon blue. I got neon blue. We could put it on top of this. Oh, I've done a lot of prints today, or papers, or whatever you want to call them.
Sherry's right.
And on for almost 2.5 hours.
That would make pretty fairies.
Pardon?
Sherry said that would make pretty birds or fairies, and I agree that birds too, but the fairies that's fairy like paper.
Oh yeah, maybe like a couple of little fairy houses.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we've got blue. What am I putting on here? What am I doing with this blue?
Do the circle pull thing but make X's.
Oh, right. I need a new brayer off paper. Brayer off paper. Because that one's really wet. Sorry. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. X's. Well,
try one as a push.
Pardon? Push?
Yeah, one of them was a pull down and the other a push up. See what?
Yeah.
I don't know. It might work. It might not. It's still going to give you texture to play with. So.
And we're all about the texture. All about the texture. This one, Belinda, this one, can I make copies of that? No. The reason being is the printer doesn't pick up neon colors.
It'll scan in there beautifully.
Oh, it will scan in there beautifully, but when it prints, wonder if I've got a piece of that kicking around here. I
And
used, let it dry. It dried. It dried. It wasn't wet enough. Caca.
I
But
like
it's got the movement. It's got the movement.
Yep.
But I got holes in the paper. Right here. Holes in the paper. Okay. Let's what are we gonna put on top of that to pull that? Let's use this blue. This. Yeah, no. I've used these colors before, and I've got that fluorescent. It's not cardstock, but it's this stuff that you use. I've got copy paper in bright colors like that, and I've used it for making flowers, and they come out white. No, it won't just make a copy of it.
Yeah, it's
What I'll
sad.
do is I'll do that and make a copy of it, take a picture of it, and send it. I'll post it on Meet Your Creativity, so you see what I mean.
See this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Those are fluorescent colors. They didn't come out nearly as good as they could, as they looked in real life.
Yeah.
And that's taking it to a print shop.
Yeah, like a document. No, it seriously, Belinda, it does not come out. I've never had a fluorescent come out well. Okay, we're going to try these X's again. Pull, push, pull, push, push, pull, push, push. Oh, my thing's moving on me. We'll pull that before it gets too dry. So just a reminder, on Sunday, we stream at 11 o'clock in the morning. There's a group of us, the Feral Artists group, Sunday mornings. And this week we're going to do closures. Closures for journals. That one turned out better. Picked up the paper. I think I need to have a smaller ring than the one that I've got. I'll have to look for a small lid, I think. Now, where's the one that I'm... This is the one that I'm doing all the pulled bits on. Oh, that is a fun piece.
Wow, yeah.
That is a really fun piece. That one's definitely background material. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, guys. Definitely background. This is the one that all the ghost prints I pulled with this piece of paper. All right. So before we say goodbye, I'm going to show you what I've done. Maybe. So you saw that one. This one was red, then I added green and I shuttered, and then I covered it in black and added the light green honeycomb, and then I used the white with the plastic canvas circle. So this can make very interesting leaves for my botanicals. This one, what did I do? I used that sheet as a stamp, and then I just added more stuff to it. I like this one. This one's there wet. Why am I putting wet stuff on top of wet stuff? Because I'm rude. This one again, I had the green lines. I did the movement with black, and then I used a yellow on top with that swirly stencil that I've got. I like that one. That one's definitely for backgrounds.
Why don't you make yourself big?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to make myself big. I did a lot of prints today. I have to find my cursor. There we go. There we go. All right. So I showed you 3, 4. This is the one with that where all the paper stuck and it turned into a peachy color, and then I put the needlepoint canvas on and pulled it with a neon pink. This is the neon pinks and orange. Use the needlepoint canvas, lovely texture. That one is absolutely phenomenal. This is the one where all the paper got left behind, but I've got some lovely, lovely bits that I'm going to use for florals.
Okay, all you have to do is use your brayer, clean it off in that spot when it's a cool color.
Oh, I could too. This is yellows and greens, primarily for flowers. I don't know if you can see the texture. Again, I used the needlepoint canvas on it for texture. This one was red and yellow that I put together, used the sausage container, and then I used the white just in one corner. Florals. Thinking of florals, guys. You know, me and my florals. Then we've got this one that you can't unsee. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We'll put that back on the floor.
Now that time I saw gnomes in there.
Okay. Oh yeah. I could turn those into gnomes for sure. I've got this one that I really, really like. It's got the movement of the black and white, and it's also got the movement of these triple ones. I just love the way that turned out. That one's definitely, yes! I like it. So I've got some flops and some good ones. These, oh look, it's way the hell over there. These are the ones from cleaning off, spritzing water and using muck water and cleaning off the printing thing. This one I used muck water on, so it's got a bit of the greenish colors as well. Yeah, it does look like a computer board. So those I'm happy with, because they're going to be backgrounds. They're going to be used in collage. This one, we used the shampoo lid, and I did the movement thing. I pulled them. So it's purple and kind of a mucky, pinky purple. This one's fun too. Definitely background for that one. This is a brayer off on one of those. It's got a lot of layers on it, but I put that lined shelf liner underneath it, so that's why I've got the stripes, so that when I went over with the brayer, I've got the lines. This is what I'm talking about. This thing. So I had that underneath my brayer for brayer off. Texture, we're all about the texture. This one also, I did it was a second pull from the purple movement. And then I did the red bubble wrap on it. So when I used the stencils and I pulled through the stencils, this is going to be wonderful background. Wonderful for backgrounds. Oh, guys, I'm nowhere near done. That's where I used the honeycomb stuff and then just used little circle things on this side. Again, I'm going to be using this for florals.
Even some of those that you called background tore up into littler pieces are going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. ATCs and things. This one was the first one we spritzed water on and then pulled. I like the cloudy effect, which is weird because you guys know I prefer vibrant color. There's another brayer off sheet, perfect for leaves. Again, I had the lined stuff underneath. That was when I put it down on the paper and I pulled the stencil off and used it as a stamp. This was a very productive 2.5 hours. Okay, I showed you that one. These ones. This was using that fuzzy orange ball. Look at the texture. Like, let's turn that off again. Look at the texture. I love that fuzzy orange ball. See, I use it for everything. And then this one is one of the movement ones where I dragged it down. They look like tubes or cylinders, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one is a mixture of the cylinders, and then I pulled something else off. I think that was the one I used to stencil. And used the stencil to pull it. This one is Multitude of Greens. Again, I used the stencil. It's got plastic canvas. This is the stencil. And it did this was the cloud one, or the flower one. Because you can see the outlines of the flowers. Fabulous for leaves. This is also, I used the heart cookie cutter and pulled. Anything else? This is the X's and O's. Still very wet. These are the last couple I did, so they're really, really wet. But I like them. I like the texture.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely be hacking this stuff up and using it for fun stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's about it. Yay! That was a lot of stuff, guys. Lots and lots of stuff. Okay,
Cool.
Gina, making you big. Is your coloring there? Show what you've done today.
This is what I did. I swatched them. And then I did this.
Oh, I love that one. I absolutely love that.
And then I just decided I was done.
Oh,
and I started playing with a necklace I have in mind because I wanted to test the wire I bought, which good thing it was inexpensive because I don't really like it's too thin for what I wanted. I'll find a use. And this is going to be the center part of the necklace. They're all going to hang on a leatherish type cord together, clustered.
Oh, lovely.
And then it'll come up and have knots. And yeah, I think it'll be a fun kit. It'll be different.
Lovely.
I'm really working on some different kinds of kits. And the more I can do with beads, the more care can get rid of. So.
Definitely. Definitely.
But that's about it. I didn't get nearly as productive as you did.
Yeah, well, paint is much easier to go crazy with, right? Really is.
Yeah.
Really is. All right. This, I have to admit, I think out of all of them, is my absolute favorite.
I like it, and I like the pink and orange.
Well, yes, I like the pink and orange as well. Oh, and this one is just the. No, I showed this one, right? Nope.
No.
Nope, didn't show this one either. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Jean and I are going to be experimenting and playing for the next few Fridays, we've decided. Um, fabulous or failure. So thanks again. Hugs to you all. I appreciate everybody who is here watching and chatting, everybody in the balcony, everybody who watches on replays. Big hugs and thanks to Jean for coming. She's been really busy getting stuff out, and you know how busy she is with Defy. So I appreciate it whenever she gets a chance to come and play. Sunday, we're doing closures for journals, etc., on the Feral Artists group. And was there any other news or anything? Ah! I'm blinking on. I fell off. Never mind. I'll be okay. Anything else I was supposed to cover today, Jean? You think?
I don't think so. I think you got it all.
All right. Then we're going to call it a day. Hugs to you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jean.
Thanks for having me.
See
Bye,
you
all.
guys soon. Take care. See you Sunday, I hope. Bye now. I can't find my cursor. Aha. Bye.